How to start a healthcare practice in Indiana. Legal basics you must get right. Now, Indiana is an amazing state, place I've lived in for a while and now live in Texas, but it's an awesome state to start a healthcare business. Whether you're a physician, nurse practitioner, a therapist, or opening up a clinic. So Indiana is often considered a simpler state than Texas, but don't be fooled. Simpler does not mean unregulated. Many providers assume that forming an LLC is enough, and it isn't. Let's walk through what you actually need to start properly. Hi, I'm Doris DK, Managing Partner of DK Law Group, and we advise healthcare providers on how to structure compliant practices from day one, including startups in Indiana. If you build your foundation correctly, growth becomes easier and inevitable. If you skip structure early, fixing it later becomes expensive and can cost you under a governmental scrutiny. In Indiana, licensed healthcare providers can generally form and own their own practice outright. Indiana does not always apply strictly the corporate practice of medicine as Texas does. However, that doesn't mean ownership is unlimited. You must hold an active Indiana professional license, operate within your scope of practice, ensure compliance with professional boards, and if you're partnering with other providers or investors, ownership structure must still align with professional licensing rules. The corporate practice of medicine is still applicable, so make sure you're applying those rules within the state. The scope of practice always controls what services you can legally offer. Most Indiana providers choose LLCs, PLLCs. The correct structure depends on the type of license you hold, whether you're offering medical services, whether prescribing will occur, whether multiple professionals are involved. Filing an entity online creates the company, but does it create governance rules? Might not. You'll still need operating agreements, ownership clarity, profit distribution structure, and exit planning. Structure is more than formation. Before opening, you must need active Indiana professional licenses, DEA registration if you're prescribing controlled substances, it's very important. Indiana Controlled Substances Registration. Business registration without the Secretary of State is a problem, so make sure that you register correctly within the state. Local permits depending on your location. Skipping registration steps create immediate exposure, especially prescribing practices. If you're a nurse practitioner or a physician assistant, you must understand supervision or collaboration agreements requirement under Indiana law. Scope of practice defines what you can treat, what you can prescribe, whether physician involvement is required or not. Do not assume independence without verifying your state licensing authority. Scope violations can lead to board action. If you plan to accept insurance, bill Medicare or Medicaid, provide reimbursable services, you must ensure credentialing is completed. That is a huge problem with a lot of people. Documentation standards are followed. Billing codes are accurate. Billing mistakes are one of the most common triggers for audits and eventual jail time. Even small practices face scrutiny. Starting a healthcare practice in Indiana is achievable, but you must align with your licensure rules, entity structure, scope of practice, registration of your business in the right form, billing compliance, and formation is the first step. At DK Law Group, we help providers build practices that are structured to grow, and even non-physician business owners. We don't want you just to open, we want you to thrive. If you are a physician wanting to get started, if you're a nurse wanting to get started, if you are non-clinical and you want to start a business and you have no idea how to get started in healthcare, reach out to us at DK Law Group. We are here to help you see success. Take care. Bye.